meet him. Oh, well, I'm too sure say Papa won't pay. Okay, now you say so. Well, we're going to now studio too because it on 7:30 according to studio control clock. Stay tuned now.
Radio Democracy, the true voice of the people.
The first edition of the program Good Morning Salone for this month, where they come to you live Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today na Tuesday, October 1st, 2024. And where they bring the program to you this Tuesday morning, my name is Usman Kamara.
And Musa Kamara, na my name, good morning. Inside the edition of the program Good Morning Salone, some people na Anga Road, na the Jwe community, Western Rural District, don't raise concern, say they snake and crocodile them, we one man the men at the area, don't they threaten community peace. The State Council, Yusuf Isaac, the State Council for Seka, the alleged murder case of Sia Kamara, Yusuf Isaac Sise, don't ask the judge, Justice Alhaji Momoja Stevens, for make them try the case by judge alone. And today inside the program, Radio Democracy, go talk to the Minister of Technical and Higher Education. We go talk about their financial sustainability for universities them across the country.
With this and plenty other stories than for inside the program this morning. Plus, we go talk to the president for the Salone Association of Journalists, Ahmed Said Nasrallah. We can talk about the outcome of the AGM wages done Nabo District. Remember, say the list will be live on www.radiodemocracy.sl. Remember, say Nali Rock Metal Group, the sponsor Radio Democracy, for bringing the program Good Morning Salone come to you. And this program is powered by Afisel. The list will be live from a radio partner them. Radio Shallow 89.5 na Koinadugu and Falaba District. Same way so on Radio Maleng 88.5, Radio 1J 101.3 na Pujan District, Radio Colente 90.0 na Cambia, Radio Moa 105.5 na Kailaun, Vopad Radio na Watalo, Voice of Sando na Kono District, Voice of Karine na Kamakweo 98.0, Voice of Masuru na Pujan District, Jange Radio 99.3 FM na Loawa Bon District, and Advocacy Radio Putloko District. The program na Good Morning Salone where they come to you live from Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. If you want to be part of the program, you can send in a message on Radio Democracy Facebook page or drop in a message on the number 077-981-981.
The program Good Morning Salone, they continue. We look at Wampawi stories. Them inside the program, we go inside the chairman, board of directors, Salone Cricket Association, Francis Trevor Samura say they don't budget $7 million for the Frobe College Cricket Project. Inside they build 2 cricket stadium, hostel, swimming pool, conference hall, and other facility them. He talk this inside one interview with Radio Democracy where he talk about the Frobe College Cricket Project where they do now na the Avlog ground na Mount Orel FBC. Francis Trevor talk more to me inside this interview.
This is a project where they are about for develop 2 cricket playing grounds where like we will call cricket stadium. It go get a hostel, usai we go the accommodate students the way we will afford. Then if we host international tournaments, the players, officials, and other people that we connect to cricket competitions go lodge. And then you go also get indoor training facility and outdoor training facility.
From the explanation, this look like the biggest cricket project in the country.
These are the biggest cricket projects in the 82-year history of Salone Cricket Association.
What are the total investment?
Total investment could be something like $7 million. You're waiting, I don't call for you.
$7 million, na big sum. Who's that cricket the police funding?
We they look out for partnership. Now we funds we don't use for start. We get people that we don't express interest for help. We they just they look forward for complete documentation. Then self look at the project proposal. We they expect help for come. But we know they say, Lord, wait till let they come before start. This is not the first step. Work where they go so now the artwork this. And this artwork include the cutting and leveling of the 2 grounds, and we they do resurveying, we they do topographic surveying as well.
Approaching development partners, how much sooner don't put aside for us?
Well, for this year alone, $150,000 we put aside for this project. Next year, we will look for put like $250,000. Then by 2026, we they complete, of course, in the go now with other facilities. Them we will look for put something like $500,000. Then when the development partners then can sign now, then we begin the do the hostel, because like the indoor and outdoor, we dey start from November. And whilst the cutting this year, November, I'm talking of 2 months from now, for the indoor and outdoor training facility, because we need and they urgently pass anything. Because now the grounds, whether we get all our pack now, a whole host, we're not going to achieve it next year. It gets a period, like the cutting now, we end up by October. We get for bring camp Ugandan experts from Nigeria. Of course, Nigerian Cricket Federation, they're responsible for the curator, the man are the experts for construct the pitch and the outfield. United Arab Emirates, they provide some of the netting at the indoor facility. Bowling machine, as I talk to the bowling machine, they in a lunge, it don't reach, we go for go clear because it ain't a customs. So one go tell customs, say, na give them give you this, no buy, na donate and to reach. So for that, we will get waiver from the customs. So they go to man for go clear the bowling machine. And that bowling machine, it come at the right time because the patriot, they prepare now for go Nigeria, for go participate by the ICC Men's T20 Cricket World Cup qualifier. And also the women themselves, they train hard for go participate by the Nigerian Women's T20 Invitational Tournament. So the bowling machine arrival come at the right time and it go serve for the right purpose.
Who sound they get this money?
We they get funding from the International Cricket Council. How you work, now so they get money. So who they do well on and off the field of play. Governance who they do well, they organize plenty competitions. So all this put together, the ICC go check them, then they calculate them all which they do in a country domestically. Then they get what they call scorecard. Then they look what you score for the year, now so they go take for fund you. So this funding, if it where they come, if we only we able to get government supports, we go do so much with development of the game. But now this money now they use back for support national teams for travel. If we buy tickets, now this money they use. So we appeal to government, we use them at no cost when they get official programs, when they get official functions, because the property now both for college and cricket go get her.
The program now Good Morning Salone, it come to you from 98.1 FM. You've been listening to Francis Trevor Samura, board of directors, Salone Cricket Association. They talk about the $7 million project where na the Frobe College Cricket project where they do now na the Havelock ground Mount Orel na FBC where he say by 2026 this facility could only up for use. The program Good Morning Salone they continue as you get from Wampawi Airlines Tourism. Today we talk to the Minister of Technical and Higher Education, when Dr. Ramatulai Uri. Today, we topic of discussion, we look at sustainability, financial sustainability of public university and college them. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning, Salone.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Inside one town hall meeting with the Minister of Information and Civic Education all for public universities them. Last week, one topic we come up now how the universities them go able for sustain themselves in terms of the copper within they generate. We make it now the program today for see how the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education go help the universities then and that drive talk about policies and law issues them we go able help the universities here for able to do that. But before we come to the financial sustainability of public universities and colleges then what's in done the happen at the Ministry of Technical and Higher Education?
Thank you very much. So good morning again to listeners and to viewers them. The Ministry of Technical and Higher Education, since the last time I came here, a lot has been happening. The one thing I want to mention this morning, na say we don't work with partners them for see how we can introduce digitalization into the university and develop platforms them systems that we go give data and also help follow improve upon quality. One such partnership would work with a UN agency for further complement the existing learning management system we currently get within the universities them. And we want to develop a fully comprehensive education management system. We will get many functionalities in terms of it will help the university them in terms of admission. It will help students them in terms of the day-to-day activities them as students them for able access learning materials and able to submit continuous assessment, assignments and so on. And then they go help in terms of efficiency, and with it, we hope say that platform they go also allow the universities to move away from paper-based operations to use in technology, because we know say technology now one of the 5 key pillars them for the current government in terms of priority. That platform, they will also give you data where we need at ministry level, at national level, and data very important because it will give you a snapshot. So the organization we work with, where they don't develop the education management system, we will get a dashboard, we will give you a snapshot of what's in they happen, and then they will help with for know if there's any need for low we come in for develop policy for address a certain concern. Or if there's any SIO need for develop targeted interventions informed by the data, then are one. The second tool we work on now for develop a quality management system, and then in something we captured now we national development plan, where again we work with a partner organization for see how we can help the universities them for position themselves for they provide data where links to quality at national level, at regional level, but also at global level. That organization also well known for do ranking system for universities. So then they work with we university administrators who don't get the first masterclass online for lay universities go be aware of what they need for do for let them be captured on the ranking. And I'm very happy to report that we already get some of the universities them we already did the ranking system. And they say I expect say tomorrow all the universities in Salone will begin the number one, but I just want lay the awareness day within the universities for see how they can work for support agendas at national level most importantly, but also at regional and global level. And this quality management system as well will give you a snapshot for we know how we need for coming for support them as a ministry in terms of policies or otherwise, but also create a platform for they're able to work together collaboratively and see how they can support themselves. This is something I don't say repeatedly. We value partnership within the ministry, and then we really want for promote intra-level collaboration, so collaboration within. And what I mean by that, if institution A, they do well per one parameter, and the other they do so well, not to a case for points finger, and the one they do well, but now for lay in look and say, okay, this one they do well in this area, how we can work with them for see how we can learn from them, and vice versa. So that is one key thing we want to do within the higher education space. Within technical education space, when our vocational training, when a major arm of the ministry, the last I be mentioned about a labor market survey we've been done do, where we recognize say we don't want for train young people them, and then there's a mismatch with the skills that we can get and within the current labor markets require. So we don't get money from the World Bank where we conduct this labor market survey. We look 7 sectors them within our national development plan. We not add technology, but it's important. And the reason we not add technology because we became aware that the Ministry of Communication, Technology and Innovation, they already do that for that sector. So we therefore use the outputs of that exercise for support what we want to do with the labor market survey. Now we don't complete the labor market survey for the 7 sectors that we identify in the National Development Plan. We use the outputs now for go back and look at curriculum for see, okay, with the current curriculum, they speak to it in the current labor markets, they say. If that's not the case, then we refactor that into the curriculum and revise the curriculum for they be harmonized across the board. The other thing we will work on, and this is something we will be not get approval for even before my time, now for convert we government technical institutes them into community technical colleges them. Because we too want for do with vocational training, I go talk about around 3 key pillars, and we want for change the perception of vocational training, we want for improve the relevance and also the quality. So the perception are the changing from government technical institutes to community colleges them. We don't know, say, there's a general misconception, not just in Sierra Leone, but in many other countries, them all over the world, for, say, vocational training, not for second class, not to the priority, not to the first option. And that should not be the case. We don't also know, say, in other countries, them, where they really don't invest in vocational education, it don't strengthen the middle manpower, and then they can only contribute positively to socio-economic development. So what we want for do within the ministry now for work with the relevant authorities them and stakeholders, including the media, for we make the message go out for, say, vocational training, not to for dropouts, not to second class team. It's very, very important.
All right. Okay, Madam Minister, when you start for talk, you mentioned, say, on a try for move from paper base of university them for go digital. This make I go ask, what are the status of the university there in terms of technology?
That's a very good question. I think the universities in Nigeria vary in levels. I know say they're all there at one level, but efforts are being made. I mentioned, say, there's an existing learning management system within the use at varying levels as well, and we just want for upscale Dandy and see how we can further enhance them with this partnership what they see. Because as with most institutions, when it comes to stationery, it's a huge boku money can go sometimes. So if we're able to introduce technology into systems and operations, yes, it will be heavy investment upfront, because for ready equipment, it costs money, but in the long run, it will save. And if you think about the broader implications, when you think about paper and climate change and all that in the, would it try for see how we universities can become green campuses. The last time there was a question on Dandy from a viewer or a listener on waiting at the efforts the would make sure so we campus in green. So then I want such to can use technology, and that's where the world is going. We want for ensure say we students them, we institutions and we learning institutions them, they at the same and they go at the same pace as the global trend. We don't want for the lag behind. So using technology in something way with the upskill gradually within we higher educational institutions.
The issue of curriculum review and the courses them we they do at other universities, and I want we make mention of what are the efforts of the ministry for ensure say this happen, because this don't be a major concern over the past years. Them they can cause them and some subject the way people go read at universities or colleges.
So I think then the teen way it's been addressed gradually, even before my time. It's been addressed gradually. So this labor market survey was mentioned now one key tool and we use for addressing, because we talk to the labor market, the industry players, both in the public and the private space, and let them tell we waiting they want. We not want for lay mismatch the. We want for train young people and for lay demand the for them. But then we lay the employers and no say when they graduate, they get the skills and what they need in the labor market. So that's one key driver as well. And then curriculum review, always nothing when an ongoing process within the universities. Them. So then they ensure say them the curriculum within the offer, the package within the offer, it's in demand, and it should be linked to what in the country need.
The issue of overcrowding and infrastructure the universities them, especially then traditional universities them, within when they do about that.
So that then a major concern, but as you can imagine, for address that they not to team will go do overnight. As much as we go want for expand in terms of physical infrastructure, where would they try for put measures in place for address Dandy? For example, with the government technical institute, so they work with partners then for see how we can ensure say there's district representation. So every district forgets at least one government technical institute. Then they will help for provide equitable access. The same back for universities. We try for get one university in every region, and currently we don't get approval for we establish the Ahmed Tijan Kaba University in the Northwest, which we do now for work with partners then for see how we can get the funds for start that projects. But in what would they do currently now for address overcrowding now for use again online systems, digital platforms, ODL, online distance learning, a thing way not a new thing during COVID. The ministry be encouraged the learning institutions and for let them back up on that because as we know, because of COVID, the learning institutions then being closed. So ODL, they all get different systems and for ODL. One of we agency, Tertiary Education Commission, don't they work with one partner, Commonwealth of Learning, then don't they give them money, then we don't get a national open distance learning policy, we don't get a series of consultations with the university administrators then for see how they can upscale and see how they can introduce or further enhance or develop the existing e-learning platforms that we then do, we then get for address overcrowding. But nothing will ever happen gradually and not ever happen overnight because then they also involve investment.
All right. Me colleague just asked you about reviewing some of the courses them we then can do na university, and I know you agree with me that plenty people they graduate from university not get work, and one of the reasons them that due to some of the courses them where they do. Now the ministry concerned about some of the issues there where they happen.
We always concerned about that because education na money. From the government and also from the parents, them, the caregivers, them, the guardians, and also the students. And time we then spend at university, and it will be very demotivating for them to graduate work already. So they go back to the labor market survey, what they do, and we don't do enough for 7 sectors, and we'll get for leverage eventually on a much comprehensive labor market survey where the Ministry of Employment, Labor and Social Security will do holistically. The other thing we do now for see as part of the training where in the university for introduce entrepreneurship training. So young students while in the university. We know they say while they all be job creators where they graduate, but at least let them get the option, let them get that knowledge for be able for create jobs them if not they didn't want for if they not able get job from the current market, so they're able create jobs them and able contribute positively to society. And I think we don't discuss last week the Institute of Public Administration and Management IPAM when a part of the University of Sierra Leone then set up their own Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation, and then we get to organize an event on social entrepreneurship where then don't they work in partnership with the London School of Economics and for set up a creative space where young students and young people that we get students we get innovative ideas can go and work on them for see how they can turn that into social enterprise. We go position them for be job creators, and that's also exists in other universities, both public and private universities. We get innovation hubs them where UNDP don't support with Abbey College get the primary one, and they will get satellite one them on other campuses them again for create space for students and we able go where they get the innovative ideas them for see how they can work and support them, and then we can link them now to entrepreneurship and so on. So the possibilities are there.
You don't talk about this job market survey una don't do. What's in the survey they tell una? What are the causes and universities then for do according to una surveys?
Well, what we do, we identify sectors them within our national development plan. So like renewable energy, agriculture, the flagship program, 7 other sectors. Well, 7 sectors in total now we identify. We go to the employers them both in the public and the private space. Now then sectors and say what are the skills them owner want for we see in graduates them for they able work within owner establishment. So they go back to then course then within the universities, look at the curriculum and see if the curriculum they speak to their skills. And
you make mention of agriculture we in the flagship program, and with no universities like Jala University, then be know them for agricultural research and other things. But you see them, they move gradually now, they do law. And what thing would they do for ensure say traditional universities where they know them for certain things them maintain that stance, especially agriculture where Salone they move into now. But all the universities them want do law now.
So Jala University, historically, all man know Jala University for agriculture. And then still they do well in agriculture. So then still they position themselves for support the flagship program when agriculture feed Salone. Yes, then they've diversified and introduced new cores them. But in anything what they do, then they seek approval. We get the rights authorities, the way they are given the green lights for say, when I get the systems in place, and when I get the lecturer, when I get the capacity and so on for offer the anything. So not to tell them just say what they do and then there's no checks and balances. But they're still at the forefront of supporting agriculture, and we as a ministry, they be them for support them, for letting ensure say they play a very important role in the implementation of Feed Salone.
Continue for stay with me inside the program, Dr. Ramatulai Wuri, the Minister for Technical and Higher Education. Inside the edition of the program, we look at sustainability of public colleges and universities. The program Good Morning Salone, they continue. We go for short break, we'll continue.
It's a brand new song for our customers. Where they bank with us all over the universe.
Save small and win big. UBA, they celebrate 75 years of better banking service. And at Salone, the bank done there for 15 years now. This na big celebration, and we want give back to we wonderful customer them. We don't make we business go find one for the past 75 years with the UBA Savings Legacy promo. Save small and get your own share upon these 350,000 leones. 30 customer them go get the chance for win cash prize every quarter. Just put 2,000 leones and above na your account. And the more you put 2,000 and above na your account, na the more you go increase your chance for win more. No wait till kapu the chance now. Your legacy starts today. The draw them go happen inside September and December 2024. Join UBA for celebrate 75 years of excellence. UBA, Africa's global bank.
Money in my pockets from what I want correct. Customer service be excellent. Now that's make with the top now the continent.
Do you know you can transfer money, buy airtime, and pay all your utility bills in just a minute? You can have access to your account anytime, anywhere. Welcome to the world of fast and easy. GT Wall. With the GT Wall, you can transfer money from one GT Co account to another, pay utility bills, get account statements, get airtime, and check your balance. With GT Wall, you can buy Exa anytime, anywhere. You can go to App Store or Play Store on your iPhone and Android devices, download the app, and enjoy. GT Co. Wouldn't you run a bank with us?
Salone, they continue inside the program with the look one of headline them. Outside the number one prosecution witness inside the alleged murder case of Sia Kamara, where na Christiana Kumba Teresa Kamara don't begin talking a court before Justice Alhaji Momoja Stevens, but waiting Isabi inside this case. Outside the State Council, Yusuf Isaac Cicero asked the judge for make them try this matter by judge. For more on this, make we join Theodore Arena.
The number one prosecution witness inside the alleged murder case, where Abdul Pakar detained before Justice Momoja Stevens, Christiana Kumba Teresa Kamara, don't begin talking a court about waiting in nobody's alleged murder case. Usai is say the late Sia Kamara na in sister and say it been get well body and been the plan for go America early September this year. But the lead defense counsel, when Emmanuel Teddy Koroma, been said the witness not get his sabi on medical for talk about health condition for the late Sia Kamara. Usai it been apply for that day for come out from the testimony. But the state counsel, when Yusuf Isaac say been object to the defense counsel, Usai is say law not dey inside them. The witness continues say the late Sia Kamara na in big sister and na then two been tap one side. The witness say on the 12th of August this year, is see in late sister they ready for go out. Usai he been take one green bag and black computer case where get in computer inside and white plastic where get close inside. and he been tell am say the accused when Abdul Parker gets for pick am na net. The witness same way so say in late sister not been dey complain say he see where he been left the hose. Kumba Kamara been same way so say the accused when Abdul Parker been call am on the 13 August around 9:30 in the morning. Also he been tell am for making meet an emergency hospital. He same way so say he been try for ask the accused waiting happen, but he been drop the call where be make it get worried. The witness continue say when he reach na the hospital around 9:40 in the morning, he been call Abdul Parker where been tell am say he dey outside na the hospital, and after that one nurse been tell am say doctor dey attend to Sia Kamara. The same way so say after that, he been get for inform in big brother. We been go na the hospital. Outside them two been go inside. Outside one nurse been tell them say they need ambulance for take the body go na mortuary. The same way so say Abdul Parker in motorcar been there inside the hospital compound for take the body na mortuary. But we ask them for make them take the late Sia Kamara in body go na house. Outside is say they may believe say God go perform miracle param. Christiana Kumba Kamara been say we so say where them dey pray Pansia Kamara, them in see cuts na in lower lip and bruise where be make them think say Abdul Parker gets an Pansia in die one. The judge, Justice Momoja Stevens, don adjourn this case to October 3rd this year. As all this they been a court, Magistrate Sake Kuana Pademba Road Court number 1 don send Mohamed Lamin Kamara in alleged motorcar thief case go na High Court for trial. For where police allege say it turned to use and benefit one great Toyota Hilux with registration number ALO636 where cost $20,000 and inside Salone money na over 400,000 new Leones. When a property of the Sierra Leone Water Companies where this property been Dana Atwell Bell Cyril in Anne for keep. Mohamed Lamin Kamara be detained before Magistrate Sakekwa for fraudulent conversion, contrary to Section 21(4)(a) of the Lasini Act 1916. According to police file na that, Saturday 6 November 2021, na Dan Street and Frobena Freetown, the accused been turned to use and benefit one vehicle when a Salwako get where it be the give in ruling a court. Magistrate Sakekwa been say after where the court store look inside this case, make it a send and go High Court. Usai is say the prosecution witnessed them in cross-examine the accused, and same way so say the defense counsel been submit no case submission on behalf of the accused. Usai is say the prosecution not be replied to the no case submission. Magistrate Sakekwa don send this case na High Court due to pursuant of Section 120 of the Criminal Procedure Act, Act number 32 of 1965. For Radio Democracy, me na Theodore Arena the report.
The program na Good Morning Salone where they come to you live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the program we still get the Minister of Technical and Higher Education, Dr. Ramatulai Obui. Now let's look at still get for do with the university them. If you look other private university them, they can deal with that, then they bluff say then they do practical of waiting, then they study in a university. But if you look government own, it is somehow different. Within the ministry want see this time around. If students they study technology, it makes sure say it gets access to computer and other things.
Thank you very much. So the value of having a learning environment, an enabling learning environment, is very, very important for complements the theoretical aspects of you training. So what would you do as a ministry now for see how we can support the universities then, because they all know they at varying levels in terms of how they get equipment we go complement within the practical side of things. So one approach now for look at the curriculum, the existing curriculum. Let's say hypothetically we don't review, harmonize the curriculum and we're happy with them. The most logical approach then now for look the curriculum, and then from the curriculum you didn't know what's in the equipment that you need. We go complement the curriculum. And then once we get that list, we look now what's currently exist within the institution, the learning institution. The thing that we're not doing now, then the institutions find a way now for later and gets them, or we provide way how we can support them for get them. That's one. The issue about computer, then a long-standing issue. and I think it cuts across all the universities. For say, when it comes to students, I don't get a lot of concerns from students, and for say, and they pay for computer service, but they never get the service. And that's in way historical, not what today it begin. So we work with the universities then, and we work with partners in the private space, and foresee how we can support for provide sustainable, for example, internet connectivity. Because I think we can all agree that the universities, no universities in order where they provide one computer for every student, but at least you can get computer lab where students can go and able access. So then they will work with the university and for see how they can invest in Dandy and see how we can support as well. But then if you get computer lab, you don't get internet connectivity, then what you don't achieve. So we do work with partners then for see how we can support for provide the service, internet, sustainable, reliable internet connectivity. So all universities then. Where we do that, the universities now go and ensure say where students then pay for computer or ICT, get different names them across the different institutions then go ring fence that money then a one separate account. So that money they now then go decide okay, of this money a percentage they go for pay for the service. So there will be no interruption in the service. They'll go then go retain a small component for maintenance in the event if there's any situation will arise where one equipment book don't they need for maintenance. Because normally things then be break in the service so then they provide. So now that approach that we get within the ministry, or we don't engage with the university officials and for see how we can provide support. We don't talk to one West African organization we get for do with research education network for see how we can connect with universities into Dandi. So in addition to them providing the internet connectivity, then they also link with universities into a dedicated regional education and research network. So we go benefits not just students but also faculty members then where they do research. So now one thing we would do for ensure say we complement the efforts of the institutions, the leadership within the institutions, for though we get an enabling learning environment for we students.
Now, in all of this, the issue of the university herself getting your couple for run some of them programs here, because in case you know go wait for government to then come with everything. We now with topic of discussion today we now the financial sustainability of public university and colleges them. At the moment, waiting at the financial sustainability of the public university and colleges here and the means for letting generating your money from your estimation.
So the issue of financing technical and higher education I think we're now a priority for the ministry. And the whole point of organizing the town hall now follow we get frank conversations about within the existing challenges that we'll get in with regards to that, and within the opportunities them and how we can co-create solutions to the challenges them we all can own and implement, and we will be sustainable. All man get role for play. That was the theme of the town hall. The cost of quality, technical higher education, collective responsibility. So collective responsibility means say all man get role for play. Government gets commitments to the public universities in the form of subvention. Universities get for also complement the efforts of government and see how they can do more for raise funds internally. The service the students can get for ensure say then pay the tuition fees on time. So now that message you will want for send out the we can come in now for support the universities then for strengthening the financial management systems then. But you asked the question about what they can do. So currently the major source of income for universities them now from tuition fees, which they collect from students them. So they encourage them for let them do more, because there's so much more they can do. They can embark upon business ventures them. We get one example, Seth Daddy from the University of Makeni, we say they get poultry business, and I know say some other public universities them already they do business, they get business ventures them, or then they think for embark upon business ventures. So they encourage them for do more, for look things them. One thing I could encourage and I foresee waiting at the thing when they spend more money per we identified and in a business opportunity. So if one of one university can position himself